Success doesn't come by doing many different things. It comes by doing things differently. Hello friends, welcome to Advantage Masterminds. Do you have a dream? Do you want to pass the exams with the best grades? Then what are you waiting for? You can start right away. Just as the most beautiful things have the best plannings, so should be yours. They say, don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits.
But do you think you should challenge yourself constantly?
Yeah, I think next time I'll get the highest among all of us.
Okay.
Yes, exams are important because they are the way to test our knowledge and help us to develop our thinking skills and strong memory.
Exams enable us to activate our brains and enhance our memory skills. When we students obtain good grades, we feel glad and our grades boost our confidence level, which motivates us to study even better.
Exams are very important as they test the amount of understanding you have gained in a subject.
So I would like to ask you, what are the challenges that you faced during your exams?
I personally feel like the biggest challenge one can face during the exam is obviously completing the exams with flying colors. But
Yes,
apart
of
from
course.
that, I feel like our teachers and our parents set particular expectations for us to fulfill. And for one to fulfill those expectations, we must challenge ourselves.
To work hard, you have to ignite the fire within you. Work hard till your signature becomes an autograph. Do you know that you matter? You matter to the world of tomorrow, to the planet of tomorrow. So don't procrastinate. Be focused, be determined, and have a routine. A disciplined life is a stepping stone to success. Starting your day with a prayer which is full of gratitude will not only help you start your day well, but it will fill you with lot of positive energy.
I set an alarm at 5:30, wake up and get freshened up. I start studying. My breakfast is at 8:30. I continue with my studying. My lunch is at 1 to 2 o'clock. I finish my lunch in about 10 minutes and the rest 50 minutes is for spending time with my family and catching up with news. I continue with my studying till 4:30 and I go out and play outdoor games. I come back at 6 o'clock, get freshened up and continue with my studying till 7:30. Eat my dinner at 8 o'clock. I pray at 8:30 and sleep at 9 o'clock.
They are so used to study on regular basis.
That's
That is
fantastic.
quite helpful for them.
Okay.
And generally, I have seen parents who create academic pressure on their children for scoring good marks. Whatever you study in school, just revise once after coming home.
Okay.
So that I feel is quite helpful.
Day before exam, after coming from school, I study in the evening for 2 to 3 hours and go to sleep. And on the exam day morning, I wake up little early and do the quick revision of the portion and eat the healthy breakfast and go to school.
Once you have formed a daily routine, then set a timetable based on syllabus. Timetable helps in time management. Though we always go overboard and stretch ourselves too much, but timetable defines the sense of purpose and direction.
I set up a schedule for what I'm going to study in the upcoming days, so I don't feel guilty that I should be studying something else, and I know what I'm working on. Next, I cover up each chapter summary, by which I get some idea of what I'm going to study. And then I study the ones which I believe are the most important to me in each subtopic and so.
I am a very proactive parent when it comes to teaching the child and coaching her for her education. So I took it upon myself to make up a timetable there for her.
First, we should make a revision timetable and follow it exactly.
Practice makes a man perfect. So, if you have done your preparations well, you will be confident.
After coming from school, I study and at night till late night, and then after that I go to sleep.
The most important thing is if you are well prepared for your examination, that itself is a stress reliever for yourself.
The concepts should be clear. It should be more about qualitative understanding of the concepts rather than scoring percentages.
So,
How can you gain confidence?
Ma'am, if we solve sample papers, so we'll have some confidence that yes, we know how to answer them. And if we are thorough with the concept, so we can.
Yes. So first thing definitely is that you have to be thorough with your chapters, the content.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes. I feel being prepared with your, as she said, being prepared perfectly with your chapters, looking at the various revision questions given by the teachers and all of them, and also writing notes for reference later, and while revision, I feel those notes really help you. Yeah, so that's pretty much.
Anything else that can give you confidence?
Along with all the studies and being thorough with concepts, I think we should keep our minds cool and relax once in a while.
Yes.
There are only 24 hours in a day, and there is always only one topper. Would you like to be the one? Then, along with hard work, you also have to study smart.
I set up a schedule for what I'm going to study in the upcoming days, so I don't feel guilty that I should be studying something else, and I know what I'm working on. Next, I cover up each chapter summary, by which I get some idea of what I'm going to study. And then I study the ones which I believe are the most important to me in each subtopic and so. And then when I have the basic idea of all the chapters, I read and understand the material. And then after doing that, I write down some of the important points because writing is the best way by which we can remember the material much better.
Our brains are built to detect and respond to change. Just as our body requires a variety of food or a balanced diet, similarly, our brain requires to switch over from one activity to another for good and productive mental health.
From being thorough with your concepts, one must strike an equal balance between working hard and playing hard, as they famously say. So I feel like that you should learn how to relax, take a break sometimes, because that will help you clear your mind.
Watching cartoon is like a stress buster for me.
Don't you think even our lifestyle, no? Like if suppose we meditate in the morning, or say a prayer, or go out for an activity in the morning, and maybe eat a good balanced diet, will all that also help de-stress?
Of course it will.
I de-stress myself by listening to music, playing my violin.
I play with my friends for a while and have regular short breaks in middle of my study.
I think short, sweet breaks.
Improve your time management as it really helps. Believe in yourself that you can perform well in your exams.
Reading humorous books and cracking jokes with my family.
Exams are stressful. Pressure from parents and peers make it even more difficult. But remember, history doesn't talk about quitters. Your victory is right around the corner. Never give up. Believe in yourself.
I get scared one day before the exam.
Definitely, my parents are very supportive, encouraging and motivating during my examinations. They help by clarifying my doubts.
Being a parent, sufficient sleep they should get.
My parents helped me to set a proper timetable during exam time.
when you have exams, do you get like special relaxation techniques at home where your mom says, okay, now that you've studied, you can go watch TV for half an hour. So it relaxes your brain, right? So you're not thinking, study.
There are some changes that happen within the family. So, no, maybe the schedule is changed or the food habit has to be changed according to the child's requirement. So, what are the changes that you made during your child's exam?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a working professional. I decided to stay home and work from home for all these months. So that was a huge change for me, not going to my workplace. However, it got compensated because I thought the child needed me more. So I focused my attention towards the child. Well, there were a lot of changes. I set up her room the way she likes it, with the colors that suit her the most. A little bit of music for her. And yes, and also the food habits within the house underwent a big change.
And ma'am, did you also help like social science and all that? They have long chapters.
I have taken care of social studies and
Studies,
Hindi.
yeah.
In case of social studies and Hindi, it was like that. She was solely dependent on me. Any exams.
So how did you teach her those subjects?
I will read for her, and wherever and like a story, she will listen. And in between, if she has any question, I'll explain to her. Sometimes we will go away from the track and land up elsewhere.
Yeah.
They clarify my doubts in subjects and sometimes ask me questions. They encourage me to boost up my confidence levels.
My whole focus was that she is getting the nice environment, this comfortable environment. I just wanted that she is happy or not. So in the evening I'll take her out, we'll talk something else, not always about study or something, nothing.
Yeah. So we see that when there is lot of positive energy in the house, the child is able to de-stress and perform better.
There'll be times you feel so low. Oh, I tell you why, just let it go. Oh, there'll be times you feel so stressed. I tell you why, don't be depressed. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, 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 ah. Make a friend, read a book, play a game or eat a snack, sing a song, dance along, cool it down or take a nap. Feel so happy, feel so lucky, thank God.